right. Yaser Alathba.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. So, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Welcome to Dubai again.
yeah. It is so good to be back.
I know
Yeah, it's a little bit hot, a little steamy, but I prefer it here.
you still are, but I know that.
Yeah.
Actually, all the teammates know that you like Dubai more than US.
Well, one of the pods now has a landscape of Dubai on the inside.
Oh, really?
Have you not seen that?
No, I didn't.
So we did a whole wrap. So the first pod, so pod one, it's now the Dubai pod, and there's a wrap inside of actually it's actually of Jumeirah Beach.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a real photo, but it's I think it could be 8 years old.
Oh,
Like the
and then night or
kind of the sunset. So it looks okay. I actually think Batul took one of Dubai Marina just on one of the bridges, walking over
yeah,
to the apartment, whatever, a few
it's
years
gonna
ago.
be good.
Well, it's like I saw it and I was like, that's a better picture. It's more meaningful to me and to and to people than to obviously Batul because it was like it's our home.
Yeah, that,
But like I think outsiders, we chose the landscape of Jumeirah Beach with the eye of Dubai because other people would have more, they would understand it better.
exactly.
Well, I'd say not as many Americans would know what the hell
Yeah.
it is. But that's why we chose. Although I think the one that Batul took is a better thing. But the whole idea now is the first pod, which is the Dubai pod.
Yeah.
It has a name.
Yeah,
You know,
actually, I saw that on in that actually when I was looking like the future events. So I saw like a plan part to play band. So I was like shocked right then, and it was like part two. So maybe that's why.
Well, the reason is that Access Care actually started here.
Yeah.
And we were up and operational in Dubai first. And then we opened up Irish operations. So two will be named the Dublin pod. And surprise, surprise, we will do a landscape in the inside of the Dublin skyline. And pod three will actually be London because we actually started operations in London.
Right.
And then see, this is a little bit difficult. Actually, we started the US fourth. Pod four will be something of the US, but there's too many damn good skylines in the US.
Yeah.
People recognize we have to choose one. Even though the company started in Atlanta,
Yeah.
I don't find Atlanta skyline to
Actually,
be that
yeah.
different than any other skylines in the country.
Also, I remember the first event, like it was in 2023 in Oklahoma.
Oh, right.
SLB.
We could do
SLB.
That's right. So we could. That's funny. It was in Bartlesville, Oklahoma.
Exactly. Yeah.
There's not much of a skyline in Bartlesville, Oklahoma.
Yeah, but I just like remember that you was like first time we be there.
Do you remember that? Do you remember that road trip?
Yeah, exactly. Actually, it was my first time I drive in the hotel. Like, anyway,
it's a New York permit, and you nearly killed us.
No.
That's absolutely. Yeah. Okay. So there's a long story on that one.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we totally went off target. It was Yaser Alathba.
Yeah.
Who are you? Where are you from?
Okay. So actually, I'm Yaser Alathba. I'm originally from Syria. I moved to Dubai in March 2022. I still here for almost 10 months or 11 months. Then I get a chance to go to the US at J1 visa for training. So I went there in March 2023.
It was almost a year.
It's almost a year.
Yeah.
Maybe the process it was take like 1 month or 2 months.
Yeah.
We can move here.
Okay.
So I been there on March.
Okay.
March 3rd, as I remember. And my first night was in Meriada, Atlanta.
Yeah.
So I still there in Meriada, Atlanta in general, for almost 18 months. For sure, and this like 18 months, it wasn't only 18 months for me because I visit a bunch of states.
Yeah.
I visit a bunch, like actually around the US. I think, as I guess, maybe 25 states.
So I'm going to back up. Then we'll come to your vast American experience. Let's go back to you're from Syria.
Yeah.
What'd you study when you were in school there?
Civil engineer.
Civil engineer. Okay.
So
Access Care was a natural fit for you.
Actually,
okay. Okay. Anyways, we have nothing to do with simple engineering. But hey, most degrees in the United States that people do.
Like we have it,
Yeah. That's true. You did get some experience with it. But okay. But obviously we know each other because your sister is my lovely wife.
Yeah.
And it should be noted here, for all those listening, that when he started going through his time of, moving to Dubai, it like I started getting a twitch in because like literally I had been, I think, dating your sister for maybe a year.
Yeah.
She moved in to the apartment with me, I don't know, in January or something of 22. And little did I know that you would be my roommate 3 months later. This is something, that it's been like I've been trying to rid myself of you ever since. But
Yeah.
you're like you're very sticky. You're very sticky. So okay, so and that reminds me, that was about 3 months after. And then when you came to the United States, you lived in our apartment on our couch for three
Almost. I remember that.
3 months. So there's very little time that we had without you living in our space.
Yeah. Actually,
Bane of my existence. Okay. All right. So this is great though. So then you said you came to the United States, started working with Access.
Yeah.
And you got to see a lot of the US, right?
Yeah. Actually, I start with Access Care. I was logistic integration leader there.
Yeah.
So because, as you said, for the civil engineer, no option for me. So I start like logistic operation. And then I get some experience, more experience. So I need like a lot of like dentists, a lot of RDAs, a lot of people there. So I got my experience. Actually,
you got to be our on-site mechanic as well.
Yeah, exactly. So like one time it has happened with me, like the bolt is gonna be off because the generator is was need to change the oil. So I'm not the mechanical guys, but I want to be that. I want to do that. So I like going to like change everything and just to make sure like the event is gonna be good and the ring is gonna be all good. So that takes with me like 2 hours, but I did it.
Yeah, you did. You did a great job. You did a great job. But then you went back to the Middle East, and now you're over back here in Dubai.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Actually, when I'm back in Dubai, actually, there is no chance to be like operational logistic. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So I came back to start with the client success. Again, that's the rule with Ireland and UK, and almost with the some of US because I have some experience there. And then I moved to be the onboarding manager. So that's me. I give the training for all the teammates. So for each program. Also, not for like all the teammates, or for the new teammates. For example, if any new employee came to us, so it's my responsibility to explain to him about Access Care, Access Care are doing, what the platform we use, like how we work, how everything,
You're going through what typically would be in the US is kind of a rotation of positions in the company. Now, it's not like we're a big company. We got some formal structure of rotations, but it ends up being that way that you're getting a little piece of each of the departments, which makes you generally well suited as the company grows to take on more responsibility. So, and you've done a great job. You've got a great job. As much as I like to publicly complain about you and give you a hard time, as a good brother-in-law will always do to brother-in-law, but you've done a great job.
Yeah.
So let me ask you. I mean, I kind of came up with this thing of just trying to get like 3 general questions that you could ask me and I could ask you. Do you want to start and ask me a question, or should I ask you a question of my 3?
Okay. So since you start like podcast, I'm gonna start my question.
Okay.
So it's like personal question of me. Then I'm gonna ask you for more questions.
I'm going to reflect on you. Yeah. So you're asking me a question. Yeah, actually talk about you.
And let's like talk about me because actually when I meet people, they know me before, so I like ask them to this one because I just need to like to see myself when I've been and when I'm right now. What the difference do you think like between me like 2022 and 2025?
Absolutely nothing. You've regressed completely. No, I mean you've had a dramatic, I think, improvement in all facets of your life. I mean, when you first came to me, you were clearly a kid out of college. You did great. I think you're like number 1 in your class, really well. That doesn't really matter anything in the real world, but it definitely was something where I just noticed that as number 1. You didn't speak a lick of English.
Exactly.
So that was huge. I think, had you been to any other country and then Syria before coming here? For those of you who don't know, what is Beirut is what, an hour away from
Right.
Damascus or
I'm
something?
not sure what that's going to depends.
But I mean, you grew because of this worldly experience, and I mean, you could tell that you had been not just from when you living here in Dubai, but living in the United States, is that the influences of people of all different cultures, all different
Exactly.
walks of life, all different perspectives find you. I mean, it's one thing about being in big cities or seeing actual parts of the world, but it's a whole different ballgame when you actually get relationships with people
Yeah, exactly.
that didn't walk in your shoes or vice versa. So I think that was huge. No doubt. I mean, you're the maturity level is that right? That's 3 years.
Yeah, almost 3 years.
Yeah. Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. And I mean, I absolutely, it brings me great joy to see your growth and sky's the limits for you. So yeah, no, that's my honest to God truth.
All right, thank you so much. I'm asking like each one this question because I just want to check like even if like okay, I'm doing great or not. So thank you so much for your answer.
But you got loads of room for improvement. Just check.
Your question for me?
Yeah. So, okay. I mean, and this is a broad, sweeping question, but I mean, you know, Americans generally, including myself, even if I've lived overseas, I mean, I know nothing of the Middle East, right? But what's it like growing up in Syria? Or what was it like in the time frame when you were in Syria? Like, what was that experience like?
Actually, I don't want like to beat my country, but to be honest with you, right now in Syria, you can't grow even like faster or like slowly. There is no chance to get to be growth with anything. Help like right now, Syria is going to be better than before. But before, when I be there since 2022,
What year were you born again?
I born in 1998.
Like, by the time you were, I don't know, 10 or something, you have more of a clear memory, or 12, whatever,
Yeah.
clear memory of it. But what was it like then growing up in Syria?
Actually, just like in Syria, your life is going to be like, okay, studying and friends. That's it.
Yeah.
So there is no chance to be like growth. Even if,
Okay.
the only way to be like, okay, you feel like, okay, I'm like good person or like I can grow. If your dad has business and you can follow
Yeah.
him,
Yeah.
that's it. But if you want to do that by yourself, it's going to be like almost impossible. It's way hard, you know,
Yeah.
because there is nothing help you. Everything is under the ban. So right now it's going to be better. Right?
Good.
Yeah.
So would you say, okay, I want you to keep that in mind as we talk, but like you said, you know, it's like if it's like your father's name, or, you know, the name of your family, I should say.
Yeah.
And money.
Yeah, exactly.
So like, you went to a good university.
Yeah.
You did well in the university. Even if you get what you're saying, I think if I understand you correctly, even if you get like, as you did, you graduated number one in your class.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no room for growth after that unless you've got
Probably.
family name.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Okay, to basically get out.
Yeah.
That's what that does.
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
right?
Actually, if you want to grow by yourself, that's
Yeah.
going to be like take maybe 10 years at least.
Yeah, yeah.
But if you travel, that's why the reason like most of the Syrian people,
Yeah.
when they like graduate from the universities, they travel because they want to have the chance.
Right.
So in Syria, if you have money, so you can grow faster.
Yeah.
Or if your dad has like money or business, like
Well, government. Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Because
Gotcha. Okay. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's my second. That's
Okay.
my first question. Okay. Now,
Got it. So my question for you, what is like when you feel like access care is like in the dangerous way or like risky way, or your business is going to be like,
when do I feel that way?
yeah,
Every day.
every day.
Every day, because as a business owner, you know, you think about every last little thing. And so, I mean, I've said this before, you know, I'm thankful to have a lot of great people in my life of all the places I've lived, but it's really hard to really talk to somebody that would understand being a business owner.
Yeah.
Because every day is a risk. And it doesn't matter how good the business is going. Yeah, you can get like a little bit relaxed on it stuff, but all it takes is one tiny mistake that can avalanche down. I'm going to have to take a break real quick because a call came in. But what we'll do is we'll just pause this for a second. Okay. Sorry about that little break there. Just had a delivery that I had to take care of, and important that I get it. Anyways, so you asked the question, is there anything, what was the question? Like risks?
Risk is something in access care, like,
Yeah.
Yeah. You said like everything is going to be, every day is going to be like risky for you. So
Yeah. And
like something like specific or days or think. Actually, I have something in my mind, but I need to see like your answer first. Like days, you feel that it's like something can be brought.
Yeah, I mean, so we are a heavy logistics company. I always like to say that we're more of a logistics company than we are a healthcare company.
Yeah, exactly.
And so there anything that moves is going to break. Anytime you're moving people, there are going to be delays, whether it's travel, whether it's the car that they're driving down the road on. I mean, things just happen. It's just the nature of the beast. But it's more than that because it can be virtually anything that can happen. And while the years of experience that I have and done 4 startups in domestically in the United States and internationally, it's the thing you think that you know everything that's going to come around the corner that's possible, but you never do. So it doesn't even matter. You can't predict what's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
And I guess I was kind of saying before, and I'm sorry I got a little distracted there, but it's just tough. I've got a lot of I've got a lot of people that I have had wonderful relations with, but it's really a hard thing to be able to be understood of the the roller coaster and just the mania of doing startups. Now I'm fully addicted to it. So I'm too old to change. I don't think that's going to happen. So, I mean, it is what it is, but risk is every day. And it's just a different level when, you know, you got great people that you try to, pay on time and you've got dreams and aspirations to think what I think all of us do at Access Care is to revolutionize the way healthcare is delivered.
Yeah.
And it's been something that I've been, and I just think there's so much room for improvement. Sorry about that little break there. Just had a delivery to take care of, and important that I get it. Anyways, so you asked the question: is there anything? What was the question? Like risks?
Risk is something in Access Care, like
Yeah,
yeah. You said like everything is gonna be every day is gonna be like risky for you. So
yeah,
and then, like something like specific or days or think. Actually, I have something in my mind, but I need to see like your answer first. Like days, you feel that it's like something can be brought.
yeah. I mean, so we are a heavy logistics company. I always like to say that we're more of a logistics company than we are a healthcare company.
Yeah, exactly.
And so there anything that moves is going to break. Anytime you're moving people, there are going to be delays, whether it's travel, whether it's the car that they're driving down the road on. I mean, things just happen. It's just the nature of the beast. But it's more than that because it can be virtually anything that can happen. And while the years of experience that I have and done 4 startups in domestically in the United States and internationally, it's the thing you think that you know everything that's going to come around the corner that's possible, but you never do. So it doesn't even matter. You can't predict what's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
And I guess I was kind of saying before, and I'm sorry I got a little distracted there, but it's just tough. I've got a lot of people that I have had wonderful relations with, but it's really a hard thing to be able to be understood of the roller coaster and just the mania of doing startups. Now I'm fully addicted to it. So I'm too old to change. I don't think that's going to happen. So, I mean, it is what it is, but risk is every day. And it's just a different level when, you know, you got great people that you try to, pay on time and you've got dreams and aspirations to think what I think all of us do at Access Care is to revolutionize the way healthcare is delivered. And it's been something that I've been, and I just think there's so much room for improvements. Anyways, that's my question on risk. We go to the
To it. I'm asking you this one because I have something in my mind that's going like.
so you're getting all 3 of yours in. Is there another question?
It's nothing but I just want to remember like notice something. I'm sure you know like more than me about your business and you have like something like risky than I gonna talk. But in the first day in Oklahoma, that's about what it was SLB. So yeah,
I'm
so
getting that twitch again.
yeah, actually,
We don't need to go into that conversation.
yeah,
That was a traumatic day, but we pulled it through, right?
yeah, exactly,
Yeah, that was that. Yeah, I mean, but that's in 27 years that I've been doing this, it's like that's just another day. But I hear you the severity. But we pulled it off by the skin of our teeth, and the client was happy.
exactly, yeah,
Okay, so the other thing that I wanted to ask you about is you spent some time in the United States,
yeah,
and maybe one day again you'll come to the United States. But I was seeing some advertisement for a movie, on it was called like F Mary Kill. Okay. Which I'm not gonna go into what that means. But the time when I saw it, I was like, I didn't even know what it means. I was like, who's F Mary? You know, I didn't understand this, but young people who are watching this in America will like that's just a boomer who doesn't understand it or doesn't remember anything. But anyways, but it was like the why don't I ask the question to you as of um what do you what your time in the United States, just one thing, not 10, just one thing that you loved, one thing that you tolerated that you're like, okay, I'm not, and you know, I'm like, oh, I'm okay with it. I can get by with it, but I try and just leave my mind to it. And one thing you hated. Okay. You have to come up with one of each. Well, we've been interrupted a few times, but we have a good view. Now it's dark.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think it can show the day of Dubai on the cameras, but at least it's good.
Yeah.
At least it's good. So where did we left off on that? Leave off on this one. We were talking about. Okay, I started talking about.
You answered my question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
You need to ask me your question. Then you will second question.
Okay.
Yeah, you will second
But
question for me.
didn't I start going into the F Mary Kill on the last one?
I think we did, but the camera was probably. So if you would like to read it.
Oh, so we lost all that?
I think we lost that. Like half of it.
Okay. So, well, so it's good to be back. Sorry, there's a little bit of disconnect to the audience.
Yeah.
So had to laundry come. So had to get rushed downstairs and grab that. But and we wanted to improve the lights. So anyways, so you gave me your second question about risks and company and all that stuff. And then so now you have gone through 2 questions or 3 questions.
I did 2 questions.
2 questions.
Yeah, so like your second question.
Okay, so I saw on like Netflix, Prime, or Amazon Prime, there's some movie called F Mary Kill, and I had no idea what that meant. That's how old I am and disconnected. I was like, "Who's F Mary? What is this? What is this movie?" So then I realized I know what it means now, having to think about it a little bit. But I thought, well, maybe I want to use that same type of scenario and ask you a similar type of setup, and that is that you lived in the United States.
Exactly.
Okay. And my question to you, you can only name one thing that you loved in the United States, the thing you loved the most in the United States when you're there.
Yeah.
Thing that you just kind of tolerated, like you just, okay, I deal with it. It's different here, whatever. And then you just hate it. And then the third is the hate it. But you can only say one of each.
Okay.
Okay.
So let me talk about the thing actually there's 2
Done
things.
in an order. You can go whatever order you want.
Okay. So actually, there's 2 things I like that if I want to say
You
one
thing. One thing.
Okay.
So is this your love?
Okay, the opportunities.
The opportunities.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because actually, I see there is no one can sit without anything, without doing anything. Everyone in the US, even if he's not American, even if like, but even like there, he can have opportunity there. He can have chance there.
Yeah.
So that's what I love America.
Okay.
Everything.
Okay.
Okay. So between like something I like it and something I don't like it,
You tolerate.
okay, so the freedom is good there.
Okay, but you're just tolerating the freedom, or do you?
Actually, I love the freedom. Actually, but that's what I'm talking about.
Seriously, don't think I love the US. You know, I could think for you, but I just wanted to see if you had one.
Yeah, actually, okay. So let's forget the freedom. The freedom because it's for sure. I like the freedom there. Something like I don't even. Okay, it's just.
Can I give you one? Let me see. I think this would be the food.
The food, yeah.
Like the food is okay, but it's not as good as like you probably missed like like you got Dave's chicken. Yeah, you love Dave's chicken.
Exactly.
But it's like you can't find a good Syrian restaurant. It's very hard.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, it was like I love my country food, the Syrian food. I like that. Yeah, I didn't find it there.
Yeah,
I find some of them there, but it's joy. Exactly. Yeah. So okay. So maybe it's a good one actually to remind about this one.
Some things I hate. You just like I just can't take it.
Something I can't take it there.
It's gonna be tough. It's gotta be tough to answer.
But okay. So I don't think there's something I can beat it there actually. Actually, okay. I talk about what I like. I like the opportunity. I like the freedoms. The food is good. The going to like remind me of it. So something I don't like it. Okay. So actually, here right now in Dubai. Okay, so I'm gonna give you an example so you will understand me. for example, here in Dubai or in Sharjah or in Emirates, like in general. So if I want to go like to walk at 2 a.m., so I can do that.
Yeah.
In US, no, actually in US after 7 p.m., 8 a.m., I cannot go out of my home.
Yeah.
Right now here, maybe it's like right now, it's on 8:30 p.m. right now.
Yeah.
I can't go out. But in US, after that, after
Ah,
8:30, no.
Well,
At
the
all.
thing about it as an American, and I don't like, I think that you got to have your head on a swivel all the time. And it doesn't matter whether you're in Marietta, Georgia, or you're in, I don't know, downtown LA or something. You just gotta be paying attention in the United States. And that's something that really bothers me about it, where it could be a lot better here. I mean, it's so safe. I think it's different. Obviously, the U.S. is way safer than I was growing up in Syria for you, but it's still, you can be in danger pretty quick in the United States. And so you've really got to be paying attention. And I think that it's funny when I moved to Denmark years ago, it's like I was like a spaz American, like American. I was like everything I did when I moved around, it was like I was like, I don't think it was because I was nervous to be in a foreign country. It was just that I was like used to having to always have my head on a swivel, like looking all the time. Whereas the Danes, it's like they would walk around like they were ballerinas. I mean, everything they did exuded like just elegance. And I think, and that's something that I really appreciate. Now, I'm not saying that Denmark was the pinnacle of safety by any stretch. I'm just saying it's like there was a different way that it guided as an American. As I think we're kind of like always looking around, just making sure things are you know right. Yeah. So I could imagine that level of insecurity could be something that would be can be frustrating.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
So okay, well, that's good.
Right,
That's
yeah.
good. So you got your third question.
So my third question, each one of us like has dream. Okay, so if I'm not going to take like, I'm not going to ask about your dream. So in your business, in your job, in your life, which point you think when you arrive to it, so you will be done? Like,
Like to retire?
Yeah, to done.
And it was either imposed, like I was like, hey, it's time for me to take some time off, or it was because, pandemic or what have you, or just the nature of the beast. It gave me this opportunity, and I hated it, not having something to do.
Yeah.
And it's even as much as I tried to take time off, my head is just wired in that I think I'll always, I guess, answering your question, I think I'll always want to be doing something.
That's why I'm asking you actually, because I know that about you. You want to work, you love to work. You like no, not like even if you in your weekend, I see sometimes you work, you do something. So I just want to like Joshua Berry when you will be done. Because that's like still like think about it. You know what I mean?
Well, okay, so moving here to Dubai, and it was right in 2020. So of course everybody knows the pandemic. And although here in Dubai, I don't feel like it was that different. People were out, just sunshine and rainbows and a little bit of humidity. But it was like pretty normal here. But what it really did is it centered me to care more about my own individual health. Maybe that's also the fact I'm getting older, but like being close to the water, eating right, getting better sleep, like that definitely made me appreciate more in life than just my identity in my career. So I would say like I think I'm better balanced for it, but I don't think I don't think I would ever step away fully. And honestly, I don't think it'd be healthy for Batul and I. If I have a job, she's over this railing.
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, like I think I need to have something else going.
Yeah,
I'm joking, Batul, but or she's probably throwing me off. that made just a nice nudge. So yeah, so no. So that's the answer to your question. I don't think I will, but maybe I could step back a little bit more into the operations of a business and maybe more of an advisor. I mean, I'm looking for the next generation of leaders. I say this all the time to you guys at meetings. Is like it's time to pass the baton for sure.
Thank you so much for your answer. I think you would hear the question.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know you're always got side hustles. You're like you're always wanting to start little businesses. I think you had some sort of like digital business company.
Exactly.
And then the last thing I heard, maybe this is probably 6 months ago, you had something else going. You're doing something like be doing webinars or YouTube page or anything like that? What side hustles do you have going on right now?
Okay.
And how are they going? And if you want to tell people in the audience about how to find you, you're more than welcome to do that.
Okay. Actually, every time I think that's like, for example, when I'm going to make my bed, I think that I want to do something for myself. I don't want to like, actually, I like that's, I am
You don't
employee.
always be doing it for the man.
Exactly. Actually, I like that's like, I'm employee under access care, but every time I say that I don't want to stay employee. I want to be the owner or like freedom of myself. So I start before like thinking about the digital cards. Then that like it's the board, Then I start to think, okay, I need to like take some bags from China and sell it here. No. I don't want to do that stuff. So every night I'm thinking about something. Then actually last September, I opened an Instagram page. It's for engineering stuff. So because I want to have
civil engineers.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So because I want to have some like client base or like student base on my account. So I want them for the future because actually I'm trying to having like system or website. It's like connection with the subcontractors and the main contractors and then
like some sort of unification,
exactly.
a middleman.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, connecting like that company between each other,
Okay.
So that is gonna make the companies grow faster and students. So when they graduate, so actually when I have graduated from my university, I came to Dubai. So I still 4 months without finding any job. It was like very hard.
Yeah.
So it's this platform. It's gonna help them to find like job with the actual companies because actually even when you try to find like job, you will see like bunch with the fake companies, So in this platform, so you will see like, okay, French company and the company they are like will be named with each other.
Okay.
So that's why I'm doing this like the Instagram page. So I have like at least like some clients for the future.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to promote it or is it still in the early development?
Actually, it's not that time for it,
That's what
exactly. I'm like saving some money right now because it's need like money for the like to build that website. It's need some money for the that's I don't know how much like exactly how much it cost, but I'm just waiting right now, saving some money for that. Yeah.
Well, I think that's great, and it's good that you honestly. I mean, it's fantastic that you're thinking about doing your own thing, and hopefully, your time with Access Care can give you some building blocks to help you on your own personal journey and ventures that you have ahead.
Yeah,
I mean that would certainly make me proud.
Thank you so much.
So, so I guess that's it. That's I think that could be a wrap for our podcast.
Actually, it was amazing. Yeah, actually, it's my first time I doing podcast, so I don't have an experience before. I have some experience with talking to the cameras, so because like I thought I like doing some Instagram, but it's my first time doing podcast. Actually, I love it.
And you didn't know the questions before, and I didn't know the questions. You rolled with the punches. It's pretty mature.
Actually, if I've been in the Philippines next month, I'm gonna do it with the other teammates.
Great, and I hope you do. Okay, well, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Yaser Alathba.
Thank you so much, Joe.
All right, all the best.
Thank you.